Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Comedy Bang Bang. But before we start, we love having great advertisers support our show. But in order to continue doing that, we need your help. Please go to podsurvey.com/bangbang. Take a quick anonymous survey that will help us get to know you a little better. That way we can show advertisers just how great our listeners are. Even if you've taken our show's podcast listener survey before, the current one is new and different, so I would really love for you to take it all over again. Plus, once you've completed the survey, you can enter to win a $100 Amazon gift card. That's podsurvey.com/bangbang. podsurvey.com/bangbang. Thanks for your help.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Those who do not study history are doomed to repeat it. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Oh, Colfax McLiverneck, you've done it again. You crazy for this one, Colfax McLiverneck. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Another fine episode, bonus episode, midweek, and mid-Feb as well. Boy, two things that we're in the middle of. Boy, what a coincidence, midweek and mid-Feb. I wonder how often a show can say that they're doing that. Perhaps 4 times a year, if that. No, perhaps maybe twice a year. Twice a year, because mid-Feb you would have to be, when there's only 4 weeks, you would have to be 2 or 3. There certainly is not a true mid-Feb. We're on the dirty side of February at this point, and certainly loving that. And we have what a wonderful show today. We have 3 novices. If this were the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'd call them virgins. But I don't know. I'm looking at them all. I would assume they've had sex before. So I don't know. That'll be my first question, though, to my very first guest. Coming up later on the show, we'll have, a cycling enthusiast. Oh, that's... and then also a law enforcement officer. So really covering the gamut of people's interests. But... First up, we have, by the way, I'm Scott Aukerman. I don't know whether I've said that, but welcome to the show. If this is your first show, welcome. Basically, I speak to interesting people from around the world with different jobs. It's like a Studs Terkel's working, in a sense. Please, sir, do not eat the grapes. But what we do want you to eat is up this person's comedy, because our first guest is a comedian of note. He has a Comedy Central special. Not an ordinary. This is a true special coming out March 3rd at midnight. Is this 12:01 or I thought at midnight was at midnight? Like what's going on here?
Not on Friday, Scott.
Not on Fridays. That's
there
right.
You go.
This should, instead of a special, you should call it a Not on Fridays.
Yeah, the title of the show is Not on Fridays.
And yet it ironically airs on a Friday.
Very frustrating for me.
Comedians, I tell you. It's called Trust Me. As opposed to anyone else, I think is
emphasis Scots.
On me.
Emphasis Scots right now, okay?
It's called Trust Me. It's on March 3rd, Comedy Central, midnight. Our old friend Kurt Braunohler is here. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Now, I'm trying to think if you've ever been on the show here in the studio proper.
No, only on stage.
You have been asked before, and you have declined.
They were all for good reasons.
Yes, it's not, you were just saying, no, I don't want to do that.
Imagine if that was just like, not today, Scott.
Yeah, not today, not ever.
No, thank you.
No, but I say that because you're the type of guy who should have been on the show years and years ago.
Love the show, big fan.
Thank you. You went on tour with us in our first tour. That was a pleasure.
Was really fun.
That was really fun getting to know you back then, and we're going to get to know you here. And what's been going on with you since that tour? And I want to start. I want to start day after the tour. What happened?
Day after the tour, tears, sadness, because I wasn't on the tour anymore.
Sad, mad, bad,
glad though. Glad too.
Good.
I don't like hotels.
Frad.
Not a word.
Oh, damn it.
Yep. We can keep playing the game, but I have rules.
Okay, so they have to be words?
They have to be real words.
Mwad.
I knew that this would be an issue.
M-U-A-D.
Your ability to rhyme things ends at 3 real words.
3, yes.
And that's it.
I almost said plaid thinking it was not a word to extend the joke, and then I said, oh no, plaid actually is a word.
And we
know that, of course, from the wonderful Broadway musical, Forever Plaid. Let's hear a little bit of it.
Forever plaid, I never wanted to not wear plaid. I feel awful about that.
Yeah.
That immediately, the shame I feel.
That was a no-go.
Jumped like a dog, like an excited dog at singing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's your treat. Zip. Kurt, it's great to see you. Obviously, you're a wonderful comedian. You are from back east, originally Baltimore-ish, correct?
Actually, grew up in New Jersey.
Jersey,
But I lived in Baltimore for a little while.
Right, that's true. So I don't have your, full bio. But I certainly know bits and pieces of it,
Here and there.
I'm here to let the listener in on those bits and pieces, and perhaps we can assemble them into a mosaic of sorts.
That sounds great to me.
So, Jersey.
I am ready.
It's a lot like that musical we all know, Jersey Boys. Let's hear a little bit of it. Zip.
Everybody's a boy in Jersey. I gotta stop doing it.
You have to. Really.
As soon as you say it, I just get excited. I go for it.
I know. Now you of course cut your teeth out there in New York City comedy.
New York City,
a city of 1,000 people.
I played every night for a slice of pizza pie.
Every single night they would give you one slice of pizza out of their wallets.
You think you get fat, but that's all you ate that day.
Yeah, that's right. Wallet pizza, they called it.
You're lucky if a rat didn't get it and pull it out of your mouth before you ate it.
What about that pizza rat? That's all a scam, I hear?
What?
That it was all staged.
They taped it to a rat or something? Or they gave it to a rat?
Look, I never saw the original, so I don't know what happened. A pizza.
If you're going to call it a hoax, then I want fucking.
What was it? A pizza in the shape of a rat? What was Pizza Rat?
Oh, it was a rat eating a pizza. Like he dragged a piece of pizza away from someone.
Okay, but apparently I hear it's staged now.
I don't know how you stage it.
You're a New Yorker. You tell me. Well, how do you do this?
Well, here's how it works. When you go into the subway, there's rats that run the subway.
They run the subway, really? Little tiny rats driving the actual subway cars?
Yeah. Wow. And also taking your money. And so to get one of them to come out of the little glass box and have a piece of pizza, now I can understand why it seems staged.
I see. Okay.
Because they're usually behind the box or they're inside the thing that you spin.
The wheels?
Not the wheels, to get in. The turnstile.
Oh, the turnstile.
They're inside the
turnstile. Now, you're a real New Yorker, so you know terms like that. Turnstile.
Turnstile. Isn't that nice? That was invented in New York City.
How often would you take the old subway? Ooh. How often would you ride the rails?
Well, I would
These are good questions. Everyone can agree, right?
It's kind of the most specific subway interview. But I would keep it to once a week.
You did
when I lived in New York
on
City.
Sundays to church?
It would be a treat for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How else? Then would you walk around or how would you?
No. I would take cabs all
limousines
the time. Yeah, cabs and limousines. So I had to leave. It was far too expensive to live in that city.
I can imagine just going down to the corner store.
But I loved that one subway ride that week.
Yeah.
On a Sunday, so I had to wait long.
Now, you, of course, are I guess I would say, I don't know, I'm going to sort of say you're a co-creator of the Hot Tub Show, which started out there. What was the venue there?
It originally started at a theater called The Pit, and then was at Comics.
Was that with an X, or was that
that was with an X?
Yes,
that was Comics. Was like the comedy club that was trying to be like the alternative comedy club in the meatpacking district.
So like Generation X, that's what the X is?
That's what the X stood for. Because they're like, we want to be cutting edge. What year is it? 2007?
Right.
Yeah, Generation X.
And then when Generation Y came around, they wanted to change it to Comic-y.
Oh, no, Kami.
Kami. Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah.
And that's when they closed.
Kami.
Yeah. Then I was there, and then we moved to Brooklyn and Littlefield. And then,
very hip now, Brooklyn, isn't it?
Well, I think it's already done.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah, now Staten Island is the hip spot.
Staten Island is where it's at.
You can take it from me, a real New Yorker. Staten Island's where it's at now.
At what point do they run out of places?
They've got 2 more.
They got 2 more.
It's
they got
Queens and then Bronx, and then we're done.
Yeah. What about Long Island?
That's not a part of New York City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watch yourself.
Okay, sorry. So sorry. And then, boy, this is exciting. It does a cross-country move.
Yeah.
Here to Los Angeles. Now, when the show moved Did you have to do it along the way in all the cities that it took?
Now, that is, you're bringing up an argument that Kristen and I had. I said no. She said yes. And so we did end up doing it. And bad idea.
Bad idea.
Bad
because
idea. We did a month in every city that we came to.
1 month.
It took
in
us-
every city you came to.
Yeah.
That's
A city was defined by having to have more than 20,000 people in it.
okay. So how many actually did you end up stopping at? Because, I mean, going from New York to California, that's...
I can't even tell you how many shows we ended up doing, but it
took you about 15 years. Oh, 6 years.
It took
Wow.
6 years, yeah. We
Amazing.
traveled deep south where there wasn't a lot of towns.
Okay, you really went out of your way then.
Well, it was cold when
Yeah.
we started, and then it was hot and cold again.
Sure,
6
yeah.
times.
I
all know
understand the
how.
concept of seasons.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. Although, since you've been out here, you haven't been seeing a lot of them, right? Oh, I love that joke.
We have a drought.
Yeah, we do. And you're drinking water like some sort of a scofflaw. That's
what'd you say?
for the trees. That's for the plants.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Do you have an almond tree in the backyard that all your water from
Yes.
the office
We put
goes
it here
to?
on the table to tempt you.
And I'm supposed to resist like Jesus in the desert.
That's right. Hey, what do you think about that Jesus guy? He was pretty cool, right? He was sort of like the original rapper.
A lot of people say
He
that.
would be rapping like, hey, here's the 10 commandments. 1,
Go.
do not murder.
Yeah.
2, do not kill. 3, also don't hurt people to the extent to which they die. I may be focusing on one
Just
particular
one.
commandment.
and repeating it in different words.
Yeah, I don't know the others. What
I'm
are the
happy.
others?
I feel you're not supposed to covet your neighbor's wife.
That's a weird one. It's like,
yeah.
who else are you supposed to covet? It's like she's right there.
And also, it should just be, why not just blank coveting?
Yeah,
But
of
no, it's
anything.
specific coveting wives.
Of your and your
only,
neighbors.
And only your neighbors.
And what do you consider a neighbor? You know, is it like someone who lives on either side? What about the person across the street?
Agreed. Or what, a lot of people say the same way that you make your own family, you make your own neighbors.
That's right. That's a great point. Some people say you can pick your neighbors and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your neighbor's nose.
I think you've confused one of those words.
I may be. But let's see if we can get them down. Murder, coveting neighbor's wife, stealing, right? That's one of them.
Not taking the Lord's name in vain.
Taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
That's
Saying,
what.
God damn it.
What is the most broken commandment? Probably that one, I would say, or the coveting the neighbor's wife. I don't know. If you've been around my neighbors, it would be hard not to covet their wives. You know what I'm saying?
You live on a very attractive street.
Yeah, I live on Slut Street.
What else? Kill, steal,
Covet, Lord's name.
actual adultery. Then adultery is an actual one.
So wait, they go. Don't even do what
can't-
leads to the adultery.
Right.
But if you do that one,
It's also a sin. And these are like the big ones.
these
right?
are the big ones.
Yeah.
And they've already run out of steam on these.
I can only figure out 5 of them.
Yeah, what are the other ones? I can't even. There's 5
more.
others that who cares about?
I'm sure one is like leave
Lying?
sheep alone.
Yeah. What about parents? There might be something about like listen to your parents. That might be,
don't think
and that
so.
might be like subset. That might be annex.
Yeah.
That might be like
I
a
think-
commandment adjacent or something.
I think there might even be one for like keep the Sabbath holy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though, because I can't believe that I can't remember. I went to Catholic school. I should.
You did
know.
really?
Oh, of
did you wear
course.
those outfits?
Yeah. Well, yeah. In grammar school we did, and then in high school you just had to wear a
Short
shirt and tie.
short skirts.
Everybody had the short skirts on. It was an all boys school, and a lot of people reacted poorly to that.
Yeah.
We still did it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. It was tough to not get excited. You know?
To hide it in those clothes.
Forget about
Boy.
it. Forget about it.
Kurt, I do at some point
Mm-hmm.
want to mention that you have a Comedy Central special out. And I want to figure out how many minutes this thing is because from what I know about Comedy Central specials,
Yeah.
they're usually 30 minutes or they're usually 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And usually they're not doing anything in between, nor over.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you then is how many minutes is this special?
And I'm going to be completely honest with you here, Scott.
Please be
One
as
of the
candid
same-
as possible.
Of the same special, this is complete honesty. There's a 41 minute, a 51 minute, and a full hour.
Wait, there's 3 different versions of the special?
Yeah, there is.
What is this all about?
It's called Limited Commercial Interruption on the Friday it premieres, pal.
Lim comment?
Yeah, LCIs. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow. And that one is what? That one is the 51-minute version?
That's 51
Are you
minutes.
just saying that they're 51 with commercials, 41 without, or is there a change in the actual content within this special?
Yeah, I took stuff out. I took 9 minutes out for the 51 minute, and I took 18 minutes out for the 19 minutes out for the 41 minute.
So you taped a full hour.
Take the full hour, which you can if you down the DTO, the download to own.
My mind is reeling at this point.
You can get the full hour.
The full hour.
Yeah, FH.
Wow. So the full hour exists, then then a 51, then a 41, then a what was that last one?
That what?
You said 51, 41 what?
Hour. 41, 51 hour.
41, 51 hour?
The hour is the DTO.
That's the DTO. This is incredible. So what you want to do is, look, you probably want to watch the premiere with the 51.
And even if you don't want to, set your DVRs.
Just set your DVRs
and then hit
walk
play
out,
when you
walk
walk
out of
out
the
the
room.
door.
Walk out of the room and
Hit
be
play
like,
the next day, walk out the door. That's what I do for friends. I don't want to watch their shit.
That's
I hit
how
play,
nice
I walk
of a
out the
friend
door.
you are.
I'll record it and watch it, not even watch
Hit
it.
play, walk out the door. That's the Kurt Braunohler promise.
That's my dog has seen a lot of stand-up specials.
So watch the 51, then go back, download the hour.
Yeah.
Don't waste time with the 41.
Yeah,
Unless there's part of the 51 where you're like, he could really shave 10 minutes off that thing. Then maybe the 41 is for you.
The 41 is for you, but still you're going to get a lot more commercials. And also I think it airs at 3 a.m.
So it airs the once at midnight and then just 3 a.m. from then on?
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
And I
Good time slots.
honestly wish I was joking about that.
Is there a CD or a record?
There's also an album, so you can own it as an album on iTunes. Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. KK.
I love this. You're going
like that.
360 with this thing.
I'm really bringing you into the hour, all the secrets.
I love this. I mean, I could talk. This is like sort of WTF to me.
It's
Talking about how many
technical
minutes
specifications of comedy
What's
specials.
the frame rate?
You know what? We broke a lot of standards. We went 24 FPS on this one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Kurt, this is going to be, what an incredible special. I cannot wait to see this thing. It sounds funny.
Yeah, it's at least 41 minutes.
It sounds funny. And how old are you when you taped the special?
How old was I? Was 40 when I taped the special.
Yeah, how old are you now?
I'm still 40.
So it's
I'm
pretty
so
short
sorry.
turnaround.
It's actually my birthday today.
It no.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So I am technically 41 at 7 p.m. tonight.
Well, let's sing happy birthday to you. Go.
Okay. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Kurt. Happy birthday to me.
You got so sad during that.
I don't think there's another way to do it, Scott. If you're singing happy birthday to yourself.
Yeah, I'm so
You're
sorry.
going to be excited about that?
I should have joined in on that. My gosh. So you're on the dirty side of 40 now.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie This Is 40?
I have, yeah, very
I'm
funny.
after that movie.
So you're like,
Yeah.
this is out of date for you.
This is totally out
That's
of
in
date
the
for
rear
me.
view for you.
Yeah.
Like all that funny stuff about Paul Rudd eating
And
the
he can't-
cupcake in the bath.
Because he's so
you know?
fat, you can't have the cupcake. You
Yeah.
know, that's me.
Like,
I can
that
have the
used to
cupcake
be.
now.
That used to be.
That used
Oh.
to be me. I can now have the cupcake.
You can have it now.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
amazing. Well, happy birthday to you. You taped it when you're 40. You're now 41. So it's really, it's a lot like, it's a very reflective special of what you, it's like a time capsule of what you used to be like at 40.
It does feel, and I never anticipated Trump winning, but I recorded it 1 month before Trump won.
One full month.
Yeah,
30
almost
days.
To the day, almost to the day.
Almost to the day.
Yeah, it was in
31 days
October.
has October, so
And I know you really love how many days in a month.
I really
I've
do.
noticed from listening.
It's a source of endless fascination to me. I can just stare at a calendar all day and go, January, you changed?
Here I
Nope, 31 still.
Then I got a question for you. You know how dog years are 7? There's
Sure.
7 dog years to 1 human year?
Certainly.
How many days are in a dog's month?
Okay, that's a good question. So they age 7 years every 365 days.
Yeah.
So if you were to and 7 years would be roughly 2,300 days, right? So divide that by 12. Yeah, you're talking like 200 days in a month for these these people.
For the dogs?
For the dogs, yeah.
Wow, I didn't. So their months are many years.
Their months,
for them.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So 200. So they're by the time they're 2 months old, they're already a year old. This is incredible stuff we're talking about, and this is the kind of thing that you talk about in your comedy.
It's
Trust me.
I mean, again, I'm going to come back to it. The emphasis yours, Scott. I don't really want people
How would you
everyone-
say it?
Trust me.
That's it. You don't
feel
sound
like-
like a human being when you're saying. You sound like
Really?
You sound like you're imitating a human being. What is
Now,
that?
you say-
Trust me.
you say it your way.
Trust me.
Now, see, I would say that doesn't sound like a human being.
That's how everyone would say it. That's how 99.9% of the population would say it if they looked at those two words next to each
So
other.
imagine the end of a movie.
Okay,
right?
here we go. The end.
The end of a movie. No,
Bravo.
So right before the end. So
Oh, right
sorry.
before? Oh, okay.
It's
Great,
maybe
great.
30 seconds before.
30 seconds before. Oh, okay, so I'm
The lead.
really
You're the
I'm
lead.
looking forward to those words. The end.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're
boy,
the-
when are they
yeah,
gonna
you
say
can't
it?
wait.
Okay, I'm the lead.
You're the lead.
Okay, here we go.
And you look to your ingenue, the person, your
Is that going to
lover.
be you? Or are you in this?
Yeah, I'm your lover.
Okay, do you mind-
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be the lead, and you're my ingenue.
Okay, I'm the ingenue.
And I'm going to be driving off, and you're asking me a question like, where are we going?
Okay.
So I'm going to do it your way first.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you say anything before I ask where we're going, or are you just preparing to drive away? You
No,
getting your
I'll lead
keys
you.
out,
I'll
or-
lead you in.
Okay, great. All right, here we go.
Hop in, babe.
Where are we going?
Trust me.
And
Ruined.
the end.
It doesn't.
Ruined?
That doesn't feel good at all.
It feels amazing.
Let's try it my way.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
No. Oh, really? And you just hear me as it goes along
Me, and then the me goes
PCH.
all the way through the credits.
Just me. as
Best
they're
boy,
driving
grip.
along.
Special thanks to the city of Atlanta.
Well, now I gave away how the special ends.
This is happening on March 3rd, a full couple of weeks after Kurt has turned 21. And probably 11 months and 2 weeks before you turn 42. So that's something to think about.
We'll see.
And the special is on midnight at Comedy Central, and that's the place you go for like comedy
It
and
is-
a comedy special.
I would say if there was a circle of comedy,
And I pray
right-
that there is.
is right in the middle. It's very
there.
central.
Like the bullseye of comedy. They should
Yeah.
call it Comedy Bullseye. Or Comedy Butthole.
Comedy butthole, right?
Let's call Kent Alterman on the phone right now. Get him to change the name to Comedy Butthole.
Honestly, I think it would be a great branding.
I think it would.
I can imagine it right now. It's just like it's like 7 black lines crossing in the middle.
Right.
CB.
It would get a lot of press attention.
People would be like, a surprising move from Ken Alterman
Surprising
to
move
rename the
from
Viacom channel.
Comedy Butthole. Well, that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Watch on March 3rd at midnight on Comedy Butthole. We have Trust Me, Kurt's wonderful special. Kurt, can you stick around? We need
Yes.
to take a break here.
100%.
When we come back, we'll have a cycling enthusiast.
Oh.
And I know that you're an outdoorsman of sorts.
And man, I love cycling.
Cycling is where it's at. I don't know about that Lance Armstrong guy. First of all, his name is Armstrong. Like you use your legs on a bike.
Come on,
it doesn't
pal.
come on. Who are you
Really?
trying to kid?
A bad naming job,
Yeah,
Mom.
exactly. And that's just the tip of the iceberg with this guy.
With Lance Armstrong.
Yeah. I mean, I have other problems with him. But let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more Kurt Braunohler. And we're going to have our cyclist coming up after this. Comedy Bang Bang, Dirty Side of February. We'll be right back. Money. It's a gas. Anyway, that's a great song. But what I want to talk to you guys about is maybe you're looking for a smart way to earn some extra, money. Oh, yeah, that relates sort of to what I was saying. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe you're between jobs. You're hoping to fund some sort of exotic vacation. You're looking for a little walking around pocket cash. Well, here's a great way to earn extra money and get a $500 bonus driving with Lyft. That's right. Lyfnt. Lyfnt. Lyft. There are other ride-sharing apps out there. No need to mention them, but Lyft treats their drivers right. They let you be your own boss. They let you pick your own hours and earn up to $1,500 a week driving your own car. Plus, you can do it anytime. Mornings, nights, weekends. What are the other combinations? Days, afternoons, weekdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Just flip into driver mode, start making some extra moolah. It's a flexible way to make extra money from nearly anywhere. And this is good. Thanks to Express Pay, you can cash out and get paid instantly once you've made $50. Lyft even lets drivers earn tips right through the app. And getting started is just a tap of the app, my dear boy, away. So sign up today and start earning up to $35 an hour at Lyft, Lyft.com/bangbang. Lyft.com/bangbang. And right now you can get a $500 new driver bonus after you complete 100 rides within 30 days. Go to Lyft.com/bangbang today so you can start making extra money and get your $500 new driver bonus. Limited time only, restrictions apply. That is LYFNT, Lyft.com/bangbang. Hey everyone, want to tell you about this new thing that we're brought to you. Never talked about them before, so this is exciting. It's not the same old shtick I do about the mattress store or, the post office. No, this is new. This is brand new. This is Rich Mind Vein. We are brought to you today by Showstopper. What? What is this? Showstopper is a new podcast from Spotify. I like those things. From theme songs to soundtracks, the music from your favorite TV shows sticks with you for a reason. Hosted by music journalist and culture editor Naomi Zeichner, Showstopper brings you interviews with the music supervisors and showrunners from shows like The OC, Stranger Things, and Empire. Hear the thought process behind the creation of some of the most memorable and gripping musical moments in modern TV history. This is good. If you are like me and you like to buy soundtracks, I bought both editions of the Stranger Things soundtrack. I listen to them all the time. They're great. I bought probably 4 of those OC soundtracks that they put out, including the Christmas one. This show is practically made for me. Listen to Showstopper and your favorite music on the Spotify mobile app for free right now. And if you want to hear more Comedy Bang Bang, check us out on Spotify. We're there too, bro. Showstopper, a new podcast from Spotify. Spotify, the app with the rap. That's a terrible slogan. I mean, they do have rap on it, but they have so much more. Anyway, I made that up. That's not their real slogan. Spotify, Showstopper. Comedy Bang Bang. We are back here. Kurt Braunohler, of course. March 3rd, Trust Me, midnight, Comedy Butthole. And this is on a Friday, you say. Mm-hmm. And that's right before the weekend.
Fridays typically tend to happen, but on February, some of them don't.
Right.
Yeah, as we all know.
Right, that's true.
But this one happens to be boom, smack before the weekend.
March just started, and wait, all of a sudden there's a weekend? What is going on? March, you're crazy.
It's exciting for people, and I'm happy to lead off the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, and you're leading off March in one way. Yeah. You're like, hey, don't get too settled into March because my special is right around the corner.
Trust me.
Doesn't sound good.
No?
Doesn't sound good. All right, let's get to our next guest. He's a cyclist. That's so interesting.
I wouldn't. That's not the term that I would use, actually.
You wouldn't use the term guest?
No,
you're my next guest.
Of course, I am a guest. I'm sorry, I jumped the proverbial gun there, Scott. I am the next guest. I apologize.
Thank you. Thank you for your apology.
Yes.
Do you want to accept this apology?
Oh, I'm so
sorry. Would you please? Yes.
I'm
submitting an apology.
I'm going to apologize for not having accepted your apology earlier.
Are you formally offering it? Then I accept your apology.
I accept your apology.
You accept mine? Okay.
I do not apologize.
Then I will not preemptively accept.
All right, very good.
But if you do give me an apology, give me the heads up because I would gladly accept it.
Okay, apology coming in
heads up
5 seconds.
Whoa, hang on. Okay, I'm ready.
I apologize for not accepting your apology earlier.
Wasn't ready for it, but
you weren't ready. I gave you such a big heads up.
You had a lot of time.
I define seconds a bit bigger.
You do, really? What are they, about like dog seconds?
Yeah, dog seconds, which is a second and a half.
Okay.
A dog second is a second and a half.
Okay, so I should have given you 7.5 seconds.
That's right.
That's
Human
almost
seconds.
That's almost the Luke Perry, 8 seconds. Anyway,
Famously known.
let's talk to our guest. He is a cyclist, although
I dispute that term.
He disputes the term. Please welcome Johnny Bikes.
Johnny
Hello.
Bikes. Hello. Thanks for having me, Scott. And Kurt, it wasn't your decision, but thanks for not raising a stink.
You certainly weren't forced into this.
I had
were
an
you?
option to make a stink, and I think I didn't. So you're welcome.
I apologize for assuming you were going to raise a stink.
No, I accept your apology.
You thought that when I booked you, and Kurt had no say in the matter,
Yeah.
that he would arrive at the studio,
Yep.
see you,
Correct. Me, Johnny Bikes.
Johnny Bikes, of
Yeah.
course, which, by the way, you have to be a cyclist. Your name is Johnny Bikes. You're not like this Lance Armstrong.
No. Yeah, but I'm not a bicyclist. I am a motorcycleman. Motorcycleman. And the motor is one of the key parts of my experience. So a regular cyclist of the non-engine variety is disgusting to me.
What about a scooter or a moped, Johnny?
Yeah,
Well,
a
let me
moped is the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
If it's got a motor in it, I'm all for it.
All right.
I mean, I think a moped, I think they're settling for a little less than what they could get.
Yeah, they pedal for half the time.
Yeah, but if there's a motor involved, I'm going to give them a mulligan and say it's okay. But if it's one of them like Razor scooters, them little like silver jobbers where you're like pushing it along with the feet,
Right.
get over yourself.
Okay, but what if there's a motor on that?
Then I love it.
Then you love it.
If it's the kind where they have like the little electric,
Right, electric
I think
motor,
those
yeah.
are great.
You-
That to me is a motorcycle, and that is a fellow motorcycleman.
All right. Now, what about, when you go to the boardwalk and you can get one of those like 4-seaters?
Of course.
And but everybody pedals.
No.
But
Okay.
somebody added a motor to one of those.
No, because it's
And
four
then, hold on,
All right.
someone
Yep.
someone took the motor off because it was broken, and they put a different motor on it.
No. Okay, you're overcomplicating it. If there's 4 wheels, I'm out.
Oh.
Start with 2 wheels and we can go down your elaborate hypothetical.
All
What
right,
about a
so-
Two wheels.
sidecar?
How many wheels?
The sidecar is the typical motorcycle, and then one wheel on the sidecar.
1 wheel. Okay, less than 4?
It's less than 4. It
All right.
certainly is 3.
There a motor? Is there a motor?
There definitely is a motor, but this one may not have the actual registration, that's valid.
Doesn't
It
have to be registered. It can be an unregistered black market engine. As long as it's motorized and there's less than 4 wheels, you are a motorcycleman.
Now, here's a question, and I'm so sorry to ask this.
No,
but what if,
I get up every day dreaming of these questions.
now, we're talking about straight up Suzuki, all right?
Okay.
Straight up Suzuki.
Love
you
it.
take the normal engine out. You put it
Okay.
in an engine that's powered by some sort of animal running in a circle.
Okay,
so it
interesting.
isn't.
Yeah, because at this point you've mentioned
It is.
you've mentioned electric motors and gas
Correct,
motors.
which
We
are
don't
both
know about
great.
animal motors.
Right, and so it's just like a ferret or a fox running in a circle. It's terrifying.
So you're not
It's very
providing the
scary.
energy.
Scared animal.
And it's running.
That's my question. Is the human providing energy
No.
from I love it.
But he
Although the human is scaring the animal, and that's providing a little bit
just
of the
clapping.
energy.
I see that as sort of just like turning the key for an engine. I think
right.
that's okay.
Right. So the maximum amount of energy is the turning of the engine.
If you're exerting more than just turning a key to get your engine to work, that's not a motor. You're a regular cyclist, and you are disgusting to me.
What about going down on the weekend to purchase the actual motorcycle?
Are you talking about going down on the weekend?
Yes,
talking about, like,
exactly.
about, like,
I'm talking about a real
farming-
Selena Gomez situation here.
You're talking about performing oral sex on
The performance artist of the
we
weekend.
switch topics.
Okay.
How do you feel about
I'm
this?
on board with all hypotheticals.
Do you think his pubes are in that shape?
I love hypothetical. In the shape
shape
of
of
what?
his hair.
I assume yes.
I thought it would be a
Lopsided?
W.
Well, I assume that all motifs are consistent and persistent.
Right,
And if
so
someone's
leg
hair
hair.
is like I always assumed that Charlie Brown, if you ever saw his pubes, would be bald with a little curly right above the staff. You know? That's how, whatever somebody's head looks like, I assume their genitals follow suit.
Do you think, and this is a serious question, I'll
course,
open it to
they've
the
all
floor.
been serious
I'll
questions.
open it to the floor. Do you think Charles Schultz ever, just for a laugh, was like, I'm going to draw Charlie Brown naked, and then drew the pubes? And
course.
didn't even show it to anyone, just was like, hey, this is something for me.
Oh, I don't see how he couldn't. I think all cartoonists enjoy a little lascivious relationship with their creations. You know, Woody Woodpecker, give me a break. It's right
Give me
there,
a
right there
break.
in the name. It's right there in the
It's
name.
right there in both of his names.
I mean, you couldn't get a more phallic name. Woody
Yeah.
Woodpecker?
It's just
Dick-
three.
Give me a
It's
break.
Dick, Dick,
Dicky
Dick.
Boner.
It's Dick, Dick, Dick. Yeah. It's
Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker is like Dicky Dick Dicker.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
And Bugs Bunny is vagina.
Well,
What?
I don't know about that.
Well, am I off on that?
yeah, I don't know why bugs imply vagina
Bugs
to
is
you.
vagina. You guys don't use bugs as a vagina?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Bunny?
Bunny,
Bunny,
is a
maybe.
stretch. But
Yeah,
okay.
I mean Playboy Bunny.
Well,
Bugs
I
is
always
upset
assumed
at
that Bugs Bunny was an answer and comment on Woody Woodpecker.
I guess so. You think that
Woody Woodpecker came first and lit the nation on fire.
Sure,
with
certainly.
popularity. you know?
Everyone loved Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker was you couldn't get bigger in the cartoon world than Woody Woodpecker.
couldn't, and perhaps some people say never did get big.
Never did. Some would say never topped Woody Woodpecker. But then those fellas at Warner Brothers got together and
Oh, the
put their-
brothers Warner.
the brothers Warner, they huddled up and they were like, we got to stop. This is a juggernaut. We got to stop. Let's make a vagina version of Woody Woodpecker, Bugs Bunny. He even munches on a
giant
phallic
dick.
symbol, which
Yeah.
is,
and
that's-
wears a dress constantly.
yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
a break. They're not subtle, these guys.
Yeah, you want a lot of breaks. I've noticed.
What's that?
You want a lot of breaks. You're asking for breaks a lot.
Just give me a break. That's what I want. Well, this country, what's wrong with this country is nobody gives anybody a break.
That's
You know,
true.
and that is that goes back to your bike riding roots.
Don't say bike riding, okay? It's
Is it
a
not a-
motorcycle. It is a motorcycle. It is a motorized engine. You keep saying bike and cyclist.
Apology coming.
When?
In
How many
5 seconds?
Human or dog?
Human, so 7.5.
Now I'm ready. Wait, no, 5 seconds. Okay.
Because you said a second and a half for each one.
Well, dog second is a second
Dog-
and a half. It's
no,
5
do-
dog seconds. It's 7.5.
5 human seconds is
7.5 dog seconds.
well, seven and a
it's
half-
3.5
seven and a
dog
half
seconds.
human
Which
seconds is 5 dog seconds.
I'll also
My
point that out.
I need to apologize to you for correcting the amount of time.
when is this coming?
Right now. I apologize.
I'm not. I can't. I
Okay.
can't process
In
this.
8 dog seconds.
By the way, I apologize to you for
what? Oh, that
what
one?
he's.
No, I accept it. I accept it.
You have to because I warned you.
You're right. I accept
All right.
it.
I feel like we're getting off topic.
I apologize now for earlier criticizing your correct
Assessment
explanation
of,
of
the time.
dog versus human seconds.
Thank you very much. I do accept that. Yep.
Thank you.
When you're riding your motorbike.
Thank you.
Did you call it a motorbike?
That's close enough. I mean, you
You're
people
just gonna
can't
have to
seem to wrap.
settle.
You can't seem to wrap your land-loving heads around.
Landlubbing.
You know,
Wait a minute. Where are you riding these motorcycles?
mostly on the ocean.
What? So
I mean,
wait, are you going
You don't
on?
have to.
Are you-
don't have to. I love motorcycles on the roads too.
So wait, you're
Just,
going
that's
on to
my own personal
cruise
choice.
ships?
Yes, I bicycle. I mean, oh shit. Oh no.
And the truth comes out.
No, I don't. That's a lie. I have to apologize to myself for
Stop
insulting
lying.
myself.
Stop lying.
In 45 dog seconds, I'm going to apologize to myself.
Okay, thank you very
for
much.
mistakenly saying bicycles. Good heavens. Good gracious.
my gosh.
I motorcycle. Now, this is a most serious thing I've said all
This
day.
is 30
I
human seconds, by the way.
motorcycle onto a cruise ship, and as it crosses the ocean, I do some laps.
Sure.
But that's just my own personal style. If you motorcycle anywhere, I'm on your side.
So you're not like one of these motorcyclists who goes across country. You like to go.
I've done it, but it doesn't suit me. I prefer ocean voyages. Right now, that might change in the future. As long as it's a motorcycle, as long as it's a motorized vehicle with less than 4 wheels, you can do it on the goddamn underground canals of Mars, as
All right,
far as
well,
I'm concerned.
this is
I
a gr-
apologize now to myself for saying bicycles.
By
Thank
the
you.
way, 30
I accept
seconds
my
has
apology.
elapsed.
That's
45
right.
dog.
Yeah.
And I haven't received this apology yet.
Oh, I apologize to you.
Thank you very much. I accept it.
Thank you.
Can I ask how long does it take to get your C wheels?
Well, it takes quite to do it well. Quite a while. I would
You know,
say.
so you're riding
Yeah.
this motorcycle,
Yeah.
and how long before you're not seasick?
To me, it hasn't happened yet. I'm
You're
continually
constantly
nauseous
seasick?
while doing it.
Why are you doing this?
Well, I assume it's going to wear off at some point, and then I'll be limitless. You know, previously,
like Bradley Cooper?
Exactly. I saw that movie, and I was
that
like,
pill.
I gotta take. My takeaway from this is I need to break my own limits. And right now, the water is my limit. But with a boat, nothing can stop me. So if I motorcycle onto a boat, I'm omnipotent.
Have you ever put your motorcycle onto like a water ski?
Sure.
And basically water skied across a river, an ocean?
I have done that, yes.
Wow.
It's not smart or good, and I don't recommend it.
What is it called?
And it's still a motorcycle in that situation.
Motorcycle ski.
I
Something
feel like
of
it
that,
would be called a motorcycle
ski.
What do you two have against the word motorcycle? Why do you got it stuck in your craw that you need to use any term but motorcycle?
I don't know. We're landlubbers. We don't know.
Okay, well, that does explain a thing or two. You landlubbers can't get it stuck in your craw to use a proper term. You want to call it a motorcycle ski? Go ahead.
I don't know if it's a scooter boat or a motorcycle ski. I'm just asking the proper terminology.
I would call it a motorcycle on a ski. I mean, look, I love motorcycles. That's really
Why are you
when I
laughing?
came in here. Well,
do you not love motorcycles?
I anticipated this conversation being simple and
Well,
straightforward.
look, you're the one who said introduce me as a cyclist. You should be like world's only person who rides around on boats on motorcycles.
Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? No one would announce me in any restaurant in this country if I said the Maitre D. When I go into restaurants, I go to the Maitre D and I
you
say,
say your occupation?
I say announce me in the following way: Johnny Bikes, motorcyclist. But some Maitre D's have been like kind of telling me to calm down, so I thought I would shorten it for a more informal nature for this show.
Okay, for the restaurants though, just say Johnny.
Just say Johnny?
Just say Johnny.
Well, there could be another Johnny there.
That's true.
First
That's
of
a
all,
good point.
I'm going by Johnny Bikes come hell or high water. I don't care what they say. I don't
Right.
care how fancy your restaurant is. I want bikes in that name.
Right. Can I ask do you own more than one bike?
Nope.
No, really,
one
just
bike.
the one.
Just my
the
trusty.
one.
It's a trusty.
What are we talking? What sort of crotch rocket are we talking about?
It is a Honda 10,000 volt electric motor.
Electric.
10,000 volts.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to leave gasoline behind, you need something with real generation. And I got it. A Honda 10,000 volt crotch rocket.
So when you're getting out there on the high seas,
Yep. That's right.
how are you charging this thing?
Oh, there's plenty of
Plenty of electricity because of the generators and all that. But
Absolutely.
how long does it take you, I guess?
Let's see, a couple nights, 3 or 4 nights. I mean, for all 10,000 volts, if I got to get a full charge, you can't do that right away.
Right.
Now, do you continually
nights.
ride? Do you continually
What I
ride
do-
while on the boat?
Yeah, well, I have to do sort of a compromise, of course. I mean, first of all, I'm not a monster. I sleep like a normal person.
How
in
many
beds.
hours are we talking? Like
Human
a
or
normal
dog?
person?
Human or dog?
Normal human hours.
7 or 8. I like a good 7 or 8. Just a nice Normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's what and
Standard.
yeah.
And then I get up in the morning and I start biking as soon as possible.
Okay, so when you say the morning, what are we talking? Because you're a normal person.
That's
you
right,
sleep
I am a
7
normal
hours.
person. I
What
sleep
is
a
morning?
normal-
Sure. What is morning to you?
Normal morning. My morning begins at 6 a.m. and it ends straight at noon. Straight at noon.
Yep. That's normal.
So if I'm charging my bike, I'm like a human without his legs. I'm walking around like a dog without his ball. It's like I'm
You're like
sad.
that
I'm
born
a sad
on the 4th of
mopey.
July guy.
That's right.
He was upset all the time.
He also couldn't walk. Let's just be clear that he was in a wheelchair because he couldn't walk.
He
It
wasn't in a
'cause he was
wheelchair, but
sad.
I think if I saw Board of the 4th, my takeaway is this guy's a whiner.
This guy's sad.
This guy is sad and a complainer.
You definitely said bored on the 4th of July, which is a different movie.
Oh, which
That's
one are you
someone who
talking
doesn't
about?
like fireworks.
Yeah,
You said
Board of the 4th of
bored
July
on
is
the 4th
about
of July.
it's a Richard Linklater slacker precursor where there's a bunch of Austin residents have had it on the 4th of July.
You
Is
just
that what you're
follow
talking
all
about?
of their stories as they're bored.
Great movie. I mean, it
fantastic.
doesn't build well, but the moments are true. Which movie are you talking about?
Born on the 4th of July is about
Never
the
heard
sad
of it.
guy.
Born on the 4th of July, so it's like a live birth?
Honestly, I'm so super surprised because I feel like a lot of bikers know that
Yeah,
movie.
isn't
very
it about is it about a motorcyclist who's sad? I can't remember
Hang
what
on,
the
I'm-
film's about.
Does no one remember the movie? Okay, Born on the 4th of July is
And
about
why
a
are you
Vietnam
calling them
vet.
cyclists? They'd be motorcyclemen.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I called them bikers.
Wait, are you formally sorry or just casually offhand?
Yeah, and you gave him no
Casually.
warning. Casual. Okay,
So I don't
very
have to
casual.
prepare
No,
you
that's
for
good.
that.
You can casually throw it aside whenever you want, but if it's going to be formal, I need a heads up.
I will. If I decide, I don't.
That's
I've
fine.
not
Oh no,
decided
no,
to
I didn't
issue
mean
it.
to. I didn't mean to pressure you into it. I just wanted to not misunderstand.
Can I ask you,
Of course.
Johnny Bikes, what is your purpose for coming here? What did you want to talk
Sorry.
about?
Yes, thanks so much. I come on here. I'm doing a campaign. So, a campaign for a friend. So, in the motorcycle community, there is a hierarchy, and there is a reigning over us, and it's somewhat informal, but ultimately respected. A board of aldermen who rule over motorcycle culture. And there's these meetings. Maybe you've seen them in your hometown. A lot of bikers and motorcycle guys will get together like on Sundays, and they'll have sort of a meetup and conduct a lot of business. And there is
that what's happening there? Because I see this and it just seems like people are drinking,
no,
carousing.
There's important motorcycle government business going on. They might drink after. They ain't nothing but kicking back with a couple of brews after you're done with your business.
Now, are we talking the point where they set up all their bikes like dominoes? Because I always thought that was bike dominoes.
Yeah.
I assumed at the end.
You thought it was a game.
I assumed at the end someone went to the end and pushed the first one over, and then everybody cheers.
That is exactly
while they
what
all
happens.
fall down.
When the meeting is over, you tip them. That's how you know that it's time to go.
Right. Okay. Good. So
I'm
this
here to
happens.
Board of Aldermen, the national meeting is only once a year. And there is a chairman of the Board of Aldermen, the head alderman, and I am campaigning for a friend of mine, not myself. This is an altruistic campaign for my friend Trevor, unfortunately named Trump, to be the president of the Board of Aldermen, not related to our current president.
Not related at all.
But I've gone to many pro-Trump rallies, and myself and the others have been sorely disappointed at the miscommunication.
Wait a minute, you've gone to pro-Trump rallies expecting to see this guy?
Trevor Trump, my buddy, or maybe people campaigning for him or voting for him, and there's just been
for president.
Yeah.
You're hoping that...
For the president of the motorcycle Board of Aldermen.
I see.
Not America. And of course, now there's this fella Trump, and he's president of America, and there's a lot of people very passionate about him, and I'm
president
not that
of
political
American,
myself.
yes.
President of American, yeah.
So your friend is
Trevor
campaigning.
Trump. So I'm just here to say, hey, if you're listening and you're a motorcycle man and you're catching up on your podcast or what have you, and you come time to vote, I'm saying, hey, consider Trevor Trump. He's a heck of a guy.
I don't mean to glance askew.
Not at all.
But it seems suspicious to me, and maybe it does to Scott as well.
I'll weigh in on this, certainly.
Okay, that you say it seems strange that you would just be campaigning for him without getting something. I feel like you might be getting some Trump kickbacks here.
You are casting a very dark aspersion upon me right now, Mr. Braunohler.
I'm just asking you to answer a question.
I am campaigning free, with no motives. I had no agenda. I just think that Trevor Trump
You just think he's great.
I think he's a great dude. I like the way he kicks his bike started. I like his choice of jacket. I enjoy his icebreakers. Conversationally, I think he's respectful to people's...
What are some of these icebreakers?
Trevor will come up to you sometimes, no matter how awkward a person you are, and he'll just have something that's just enough to unpack to get you going. He'll be like, hey, you like streaming? Do you like watching TV streaming or normal? Before you know it, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion.
That's a
he'll come up to you,
conversation.
split a room.
He'll come up to you and go, do you think that Instagram is emotionally healthy? And boy, howdy, do people have opinions on that.
Wow,
and people get into it. Yeah, he's a heck of a guy. I get nothing out of it. Okay, all right, you got me. Maybe...
Wow,
I did not have to pry much at all.
Yeah, didn't press him on this at all.
I could feel it coming. He may have he may appoint me to a subcommittee or two.
Here we go.
Hey, if I'm involved, I'm a guy who's been out there campaigning. I got it in my nose.
What kind of subcommittee do you want to work on for this Trump fella?
Front wheels.
Subcommittee
of front wheels.
And I understand kickstands is really where it's at, but front wheels, that's a little more in the backroom dealings of it.
I'm a pure motorcycle fan. I don't need kickstand is where all the power is. Those are the guys. That's where the money is. If you're in charge of kickstands and saying what kind of kickstands pass and blah blah blah. But I don't need that.
Front wheels
a simple
is
man.
where you are.
Front wheels. What are the how big should they be? How much air?
I like the ones that are really big.
Oh, me too. Like you're talking like 19th century big?
I like
whimsical handlebar mustache big, or what do you say? Or like fat tire Colorado path? What are you saying? Wide?
I like them wide too. I like them not circular. I like them to be
non-circular wheels?
Ovular.
Well, I have to take issue with that. I think at some point they're no longer wheels if they're not round.
I don't know.
I don't mind.
I haven't thought much about it.
Do you mean now? I'm sorry to get geometrical. Do you mean wide like the diameter of the circle this way, or the width of the tire like the tread?
I like it to be like a rectangle that happens to be rounded off on the sides.
You're already way off. You can't have starts as a rectangle?
Yeah.
But they rounded it off fully into a circle, or just sort of like
it's like two halves of a circle on the ends.
Okay.
Attached to a rectangle.
Oh, okay.
I can see a way that would work. If you sit in the middle of it and a tank tread goes around the outside,
that's
how that
These
would
are
be
not
a motorcycle.
What do you have against the classic motorcycle design? You're constantly trying to change it. You want a tank treadmill like a Panzer Nazi vehicle?
But it's first for one person, so it's a motorcycle.
How many wheels?
One.
That's not a motorcycle.
It's not even really a wheel. It's a kind
Wait,
of an
I thought you
egg
said
shape.
anything under 4.
I'll settle for it, but I'm not happy
Does it
about
have to be above 1?
Right? It should be above 1. Less
I
than
don't think
4
so.
above 1.
2 or 3 is where.
I
okay.
guess you could say it that way if you want to waste words. I say more than 1, less than 4.
So, as the head of the Department of Front Wheels,
Subcommittee of Front Wheels.
Subcommittee of Front Wheels,
Yeah.
what is your stance on wheelies?
For them. I mean, I think it's a little disrespectful to my whole area, but I respect that it's your right.
I mean, everyone's looking
I
at
guess
it.
I'll put it this way. I don't agree with you, but I will die to defend your right to do it.
Beautiful. And that's what Motorcycle America's all about.
That's what I think.
On
and
the one
thank you
hand,
for
a
saying it.
wheelie, it's kind of making your back tire do more work, and it's kind of ruining your back tire a little
I know,
more.
and for that brief moment that you are wheelied, it's not a motorcycle.
It's not a motor.
It's a
because
unicycle.
it's
It's a unicycle for that
It's
duration.
just a fancy
But
fucking unicycle.
It's just this highfalutin unicycle that's pretending it's not. But you know what? We got to look the other way and pretend like they're all right.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, you're just sure he's going to give you this thing.
Yeah, Trevor.
Obviously, Trevor
Trump.
Trevor,
I mean,
yeah.
if he wins, sure.
Do you don't have any sort of I don't know how to say this other than blackmail material on him? Some sort of
Hey, this is a friend of mine you're talking about.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to do anything. Trevor Trump's a great guy. He's king of
yeah.
the conversation opener. I love this guy.
I don't want to press you on it then.
Do I know him? So I have information about him. Is it blackmailable? I don't know. He'd have to tell me that. Do I have photographic evidence of sexual liaisons that Trevor Trump has participated in?
Liaisons.
Yes. But does that mean that I'm going to blackmail him? No. Do I have?
How did you get the photographic evidence?
Intense following and sneaking.
and you hold on to it for what purpose?
Artistic.
Okay.
I enjoy
They're artistic photographs.
You're an artist.
They're artistic photographs. Also, I love my friends and I want mementos. We all value our friendships and keep totems of our friendships.
I would say that's true.
That's very true.
You
but
have things around just because they remind you of people that you love, family members. You
What's
might
a-
have like a book that a friend gave you and you keep it just because, your friend gives you some goddamn Dave Eggers novel. You're like, I'm never going to read this,
Sure.
but friend gave it to me, so I'll hold on to
And
it.
what's occurring in these photographs?
There are sexual bumpings and meetings and agreements between Trevor and
Any sort of bodily fluids happening on
It's
them?
heavily implied.
Implied in what way? In the sense of that it's coming out?
It looks to me like it's imminent.
Or is it from their facial expressions? Like you can't see it in the photos, but it's like, oh no!
Yeah. My own personal photographic strategy is not to be too overt or gross, so I go mostly for the faces, and you have to read into what's happening and say, that sure looks like some sex is about to go
This
down.
is not good blackmail material, by the way. If
Well,
you're
I'm not
just,
going to blackmail.
If you're
so
just
it's
getting
fine.
shoulders
I've got
and
no
up.
interest in blackmail. I happen to have photographs of most of his face during sexual liaisons.
Most of his face.
I try
You're
to
not
get it
even
close.
getting all of it?
I like 3/4 face. I'm a real fan of Phantom of the Opera, and I like obscured faces.
What do you love about Phantom of the Opera? Do you mean the
Obscured
musical?
faces? Oh no, just the legend. Just there's a musical.
wait, so you don't like any film version or?
Well, I haven't. Is there a musical version of Phantom of the Opera?
yes,
'Cause
oh,
I am
there is.
there. I'm a huge fan.
In
of
fact,
the
let's hear a little bit of it, Kurt.
Memories.
Perfect.
Oh, it's just like Cats, which I do know.
Wait, so you're a big fan of Cats.
Love Cats. Andrew Lloyd Webber's a genius.
And that's where you
and
stopped.
Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, Starlight Express. I love all that
I think
stuff.
he wrote Phantom of the
Yeah,
Opera
he did.
too.
What?
He wrote. He
Can't be. I'm on his HTML email newsletter. I would have found out. Well, I'll have to double check my Wikipedia.
Well, look. I mean, I wish you luck. I don't
Oh,
even,
thanks to my and to motorcyclists out. Oh boy, almost slipped up again.
Oh boy.
Motorcyclists out there, just vote for Trevor Trump. That's what I'm
Vote
saying.
for Trump. Trump for president is
That's
what
right.
you're trying
President,
to say.
That's right.
And by the way, is Johnny Bikes is that a pseudonym?
Oh, that's kind of a personal question. Well, it's not my given name. If that's what you
Can I
must
ask?
say.
Is your given name? Is it?
I'll tell you what it is. It's Johnny Cars. And it's a great amount of shame to me that that is my
no.
family name. But I knew
wait.
in my heart very young that.
Wait. Johnny Cars, did you go to Christian Brothers Academy from 1990 to 1994?
Yes. Why do you ask?
It's Kurt Jefferson.
Oh, you
I
changed
changed
your
my
name.
name.
You changed your name too?
to Kurt Braunohler.
Why did you change it to a kind of confusing sounding pronounced name?
That's none of your business, Johnny Cars.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not Johnny Cars anymore. I've got it mostly legally done.
Wait,
But
so
my name is Johnny Bikes.
Mostly legally.
Well, they have some more ID requirements that I haven't been able to fulfill.
How many forms of ID do you own?
Well, I think this guy's being a stickler, but he thinks I need 7. And I'm like, I don't have 7 forms of ID. It's photo ID. I have a,
Photo
a
ID.
driver's
Let's list them.
license. I have a birth certificate, which he didn't accept because there's no photo on it.
yeah.
Is this guy a dog?
He is a dog.
He just normally
it's
you
one.
need 1.
Yeah.
For him, you need 7.
Oh, yeah, dog forms of ID. Yeah.
Yeah.
A dog's 1 is 7. Yeah. Well, I should be more sympathetic to him. I'll have to apologize next time I see him.
Please do. Well, Johnny Cars, I mean,
come on!
Nay Bikes,
Thank you.
and Kurt, I can't remember your original name. Jefferson.
Jefferson. Yeah. Why'd you? I mean, Kurt Jefferson's a pretty great name.
Such a good ring to it.
It's a good name.
It's a pretty solid name. That's an oak name.
Well, you know what? I thought I needed to differentiate myself on the comedy landscape.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
Braunohler,
there's
et cetera.
already the Jeffersons.
And I couldn't be, and people would be like, is that the guy from the Jeffersons?
Is that
I'd be
George
very
Jefferson?
confused when
Is
they
this George
see me.
Jefferson doing comedy? I'm not
this-
interested in this.
Is this George Jefferson's son, this fictional black man's son?
Yeah.
This has got to be George Jefferson's
I can
son.
understand why you changed
Pass,
your thing.
pass. Not going.
exactly.
I get it.
Braunohler, all right.
All right. Well, let's.
Good to see you, Kurt. I shouldn't have said.
Yeah,
I
this is quite a
apologize.
reunion.
Formally apologize for not being more excited when I recognized you.
I formally accept your
Were you guys
apology.
friends?
Well, you know, we're different cliques, but I think we nod each other in the hallway, that sort of thing.
I
You
sat
were
in
in
front
the-
of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I sat in front of him in homeroom.
Yeah.
Well, not because of your name,
Not
the
because
B
of my
name.
name.
No, they
Just-
did not
The J name.
alphabetize
They
it.
did
Yeah.
It was really, it's come as you go. Come as you
This
go.
particular homeroom teacher
Wait,
was
so you always came right before him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would get in there and Scrabble, and it was a joke between the two of us.
Yeah.
I'd say,
he'd see me coming, he'd race ahead.
and I would eat my dust, Cars.
Yep. And
So you guys
no,
knew each other really well. I'm surprised that you didn't recognize each other.
Not that we did see every morning. We had this pretty intense ritual.
There's a lot of microphones in between us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the years have really done not favors to my old face.
To neither of us.
Yeah, I was going to say.
the wind in my face has done a lot.
I was going to say half of your face is scarred like the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Did you do that purposefully?
I did.
Okay.
Hey, when I'm a fan, I'm all in.
Yeah. So,
So-
when you're riding your motorcycle, are
Thank you.
turning your face,
Yeah.
your one side of the face to the wind?
Years of just dangerous driving with half my face put windward, I have managed to achieve a phantom-like burn upon the left side.
And when you lay it down, because when you own a motorcycle, you're
You
always
gotta
going to lay
lay
it
it
down
down.
every
Oh,
once in a while.
that's right.
Do you try to just have your face take the
I mean-
brunt of the fall?
Yeah, when I get a real low one, I'm like, well, as long as I'm down here, let's accelerate the process, and I'll rub my face on the pavement. And that doesn't happen too often because that's a pretty low. You got to be pretty low.
You got
when
to
you lay
be
it down.
pretty low.
So no, I'm not a good enough driver to achieve that.
But on those
too
boats,
often.
those are some hairpin turns.
Well, not only that, but you're rocking and rolling, and I'm
Yeah.
nauseous driving around. The boat will sometimes you think it's going to be not that. You're not going to angle that much,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you just pitch all the way over. It's like, well, I'm here anyway.
You ever
Rub
go
my
over the
face.
side?
Couple times, yeah.
Wow.
But they got nice crew that haul you up once that
Do
happens.
you hold on to your motorcycle? So
I'm never
you-
letting go of that.
Right, so they have to pull you up by the.
Yeah, and I won't let go even when they haul me. I make them get a big net. Pull the whole thing up like a whole messy
do
trap.
That is how
By
they
a
do
net?
it. That is interesting. I worked at the Coast Guard for a little while, and that's how you rescue.
They
Wait,
drop
did
a
you work on the
huge
same
net.
Coast Guard that he? Did you ever rescue a guy with a motorcycle?
I did rescue a guy with a motorcycle.
What?
I didn't know it was you.
Wait, you guys, how come you are not recognizing each
Well, I
other?
don't know if it was me. It doesn't necessarily get to be me.
July 15th, 1982
Oh,
on the
yep.
Norwegian cruise line
That
outside
was me.
Alaska.
That was me. Yeah.
That was. I wondered why doesn't this guy letting go of his bike?
Can I ask you, Johnny? You ever go out to see live comedy?
No, why is that?
Oh, I just wondering if you.
Sometimes I do. There's a show I like. It doesn't run anymore, but back in Littlefields, Brooklyn, this is a lovely lady named Kristen Shaw. I'm a huge fan.
Wait, was this show called Hot Tub?
Yes.
This is the show Kurt was on.
What? That's my show.
co-created
Let me
it.
see.
That's my show.
Can you do something whimsical so I can see if it's you?
I'm a bird.
Oh, yes! Oh, that's
This
on
is-
me.
this
I
is-
want to offer you the biggest apology of all for not. That is on
Can
me.
I ask? What's your address? What's your home address?
Why do you want to know my home address?
I'm just wondering how deep this goes. What's your home address?
Currently?
Yeah, currently.
I live in Los Angeles, California.
Right. And what's the street address?
La Brea.
This is the actual street address.
Oh, the
It's on
number.
La Brea. Yeah, the number.
4334 La Brea.
Okay, and where do you live, Kurt?
4334 La Brea. What?
Oh, shit, are we
Wait, where do
roommates?
you live?
4334 La Brea.
He's just repeating what you said.
No,
He
that's
doesn't-
where I live.
That's where you live? What do
That's
you mean?
my-
Wait, we live in the
apartment.
same place?
Do you? Oh my
God!
You're the guy
You're
behind
the guy
door.
who lives on the other side of the door.
Holy shit, that's
Wow.
right. Now I recognize
Yeah, I
you. You
live in
always
the-
use the fridge at night.
Well, yeah, because I
Yep.
sleep during the day because my face hurts.
I just never see him.
You're waking up at 6 a.m.
Wait, but I don't get up.
Okay.
I lay in bed. I got to catch up my words with friends and do my New York Times crossword. I got things to do.
Hey, what hospital were you guys born in?
Coincidence Hospital?
Coincidence.
Oh,
Yeah.
in New Mexico?
Yep. Right
Wait,
next to Truth or
Coincidence, New
Consequences.
Mexico?
Coincidence
New
Hospital is
Mexico.
in Truth or Consequences,
Wait,
New Mexico.
Wait, is today your 41st birthday?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a second.
Not till 7 p.m.
That is exactly when I was born.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
This is crazy.
Can I ask you to not ask any more questions? Because if we're the same person, that's going to throw off my day, and I can't handle it.
Okay, I don't want to ask you if you're the same person.
But
Look,
congratulations on your comedy special.
Oh, thanks so much, and congratulations on your pro-Trump rallies.
Thank you.
all right, we need to take a break. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang. Attention! Friends of Seth Morris. We all know Seth Morris, been on Comedy Bang Bang so many times. Classic appearances. Well, Seth is back in podcast land with the Seth Morris Radio Project, the comedic mind behind Affirmation Nation with Bob Duca. That's right, Bob Duca on this show. So many classic appearances. He delivers a rapid-fire send-up of everything radio, from morning shows and public radio fun drives to sports radio and conservative talk. The 3-episode miniseries features an all-star cast, including Jason Mantzoukas, Kulop Vilaysack, Jessica Chafin, Mary Holland, and many more. Just, you gotta hear this. This is an incredible achievement that Seth has done. To listen to the Seth Morris Radio Project, go to howl.fm/CBB. Start your free trial. Now, when you usually go through a trial, you have to pay for a lawyer. This is free. Start your Howl free trial by going to howl.f. I already messed it up. Go to howl.fm. There's no dot in between the F and the M. That's the Howl promise. Go to howl.fm/CBB to get started, and you are going to love hearing Seth in your ear holes again. The Seth Morris Radio Project. Listen the shit out of it. Comedy Bang Bang. We're back here with Kurt Braunohler and Braunohler.
Thank you.
Have I been saying it right?
Yes. No, you've been saying it wrong.
I've been saying it wrong.
Braunohler.
But wait, what have I been saying?
Braunohler.
I mumble.
Braunohler.
Braunohler. It's like, trust me.
I mean, it's not the same as that at all.
Braunohler. It's hard to say, Kurt.
I know. I shouldn't have changed it.
Yeah, I know. We're here with Kurt Jefferson, and of course we have Johnny Cars here. Old,
can't argue that.
We're going with
old
originals.
high school and childhood chums, it seems like,
Yeah.
and adult chums who
And
have
Possibly the same person. But that's not been determined yet.
Nope, we'll find out. We do have to get to our next guest, and well, this is exciting. If you're listening to the show for the first time, of course, we like to get various types of people from all walks of life out here, and really find where we have common ground. And that's what we've done here with Kurt Jefferson, of course, and Johnny Cars. We found they have a lot of common ground.
Yep.
And this is someone that we see out there on the streets and out patrolling our cities, and maybe we don't stop to talk to them as often as we'd like. And that's what we're here to talk to this person. Please welcome law enforcement officer Susan Greenberg. Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, not enough people say thank you for having me.
Oh,
I
well,
really appreciate that.
I'm very thankful. I'm here mostly to promote a new program that the LAPD is kind of working on.
Now, when you say the LAPD, just for our listeners who are outside of Los Angeles, what we're talking about is the Los Angeles Police Department.
you got
Oh,
I got all 4 of them, didn't
yeah,
I?
100%.
I thought it was the lap dogs.
Yeah, I never
You thought it was
gang.
LAP, and then they
I thought it was a
they
gang.
abbreviated D for dogs.
Yeah, I thought it was the gang, the lap dogs.
You thought the lap dogs were patrolling the city.
They got all those cars.
And I thought it was the Spanish gang, the PDs.
Well,
La PD.
It's very interesting to hear everyone's perspective. I mean, maybe we should work on marketing, just letting people know what
That
they
wouldn't be
stand
such a
for.
bad idea. I would love to see billboards out there. LAPD, here's what it stands for.
That's great feedback I can take back to the Sarge and let him know sort of what the main thing people are struggling with.
Is the Sarge in charge?
He is.
It rhymes with charge, so you think that he's in charge.
Well, that's how
but
it works.
there might be someone above him,
The commish, is the commish above a sarge?
Yes.
That's
or
the-
is it cap?
But
Is
see,
it a cap?
This is the problem. Commish doesn't rhyme with charge. Like, Sarge should be the top. Like, there should be nothing above sergeant.
But
Well-
commish
Because Sarge is
isn't-
in charge.
No, commish got the sitch.
Or makes
That's
it
true.
a
That's a good
sitch.
point. It makes it
Makes it a
just.
sitch.
Or
See,
wishes.
That's what we say at the down
What about
at-
the admiral?
He's been banned from our police.
Okay, but on the boat,
academy.
On the boat, the
Yes.
admiral is my fadmiral.
Fat animal.
He's a fat, yeah.
okay, good.
So-
This is good stuff to talk about. Is that why you're here?
I mean, not specifically, but
But you're willing to take these types of
as a
questions.
police officer, you always have to have your ear to the street. You know what I
Is that
mean?
a saying?
It is, yes.
Is that because of stoolies and?
No, it's just listening for noises or.
It's really
Yes.
so it's you're a lot like human beings generally. We
Yes.
listen to things in order to hear noises, in order to get sort of clues as to what's happening in the world.
Yes, clues are very important for a police officer. Specifically for me, I work in a very specialized department. I have a very special skill, and that is being able to recognize brands and types and styles of pants.
Brands
And
types
And
And
styles.
styles of pants.
Let's break these down. Brands, of course, we know. We have
That'd be like a company name.
We have
Levi's.
Big pants.
I mean, you know more of them. Run off 20 of them.
Oh, you've got your Forever 21 pants. You know,
That's the most common kind.
everybody's
There's got to be the most
those.
common kind of pants in America is Forever
I mean,
21.
Macy's pants. Am I right? We all have those.
Well, now Macy's, of course, is an outlet where people sell their brands of pants. I don't know that Macy's actually.
Oh, there's a
has-
brand of Macy's pants. I'm wearing them right now.
100%.
Okay.
It's a private label they do.
Oh, really? I had no
Yes.
idea that Macy's was in the business of actually constructing these pants.
Yes, well, that's where you make most of a profit margin.
Oh, this is fascinating.
I know a lot about pants.
Yeah, it's
What-
well already you've named two very famous
Exactly.
types of pants.
Exactly.
Yeah, Forever 21 and Macy's.
They're the main types.
The main types. Okay, so brands.
That's
and
brands.
types.
Types.
Types meaning.
Are they short? Are they long?
I would think that would be part of styles.
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
Macy's
Brand.
short
Bell bottoms.
palazzo pant. See?
Palazzo.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I'm saying
Has
here?
there ever been bell bottom shorts?
No. I
There-
don't
there
think
You're
should
so.
talking
be.
about a flared short.
Like a
Interesting.
yes.
It would look like you're wearing a tulip almost on each leg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would enjoy that.
You need some wire in there, but I could see it.
It would look
working.
kind of retro.
Yeah, it looked like you're wearing two horns.
Okay, so I got it now. So you got the brand, you got the type, and you got the styles.
So basically, what Pants Week is about for us at the LAPD.
There's Pants Week.
This is what I'm promoting.
Oh, okay. So you're here for Pants. When is Pants Week?
It started yesterday.
It did. Okay, so it started on a Wednesday.
Yes,
That's-
exactly.
That's an odd time to start a week. Usually, when you're
That's-
doing some sort of a celebratory week, it starts on a Monday and goes.
I mean, this is up for debate for everyone.
Okay.
You
Oh,
know,
it is.
some people are sticklers. They think, oh, it's Monday. Some people, oh, I started on a Sunday. It
A
doesn't.
lot of people wonder: does the week start on Sunday? Does it start on a Monday? But not a lot of people say Wednesday.
Well,
You know, I say my weekend is just every other third day. So I don't have them next to each other.
By the way, Thursday should be the third day. You know what I mean? But Wednesday is
Thursday is Thor's day, the Norse god, and Wednesday is Odin's day.
So then, shouldn't the Thor movies come out on Thursdays rather than Fridays?
If anybody's paying attention, they goddamn should.
just
can't
to honor
interrupt-
him?
You can't
Yeah.
interrupt film distribution. It's either Wednesday or
Absolutely.
Friday.
It should be Thor's
That's a good
Day.
point. All right, so this started yesterday. So
Yes.
we're one day in. We're on the dirty side of Pants Week.
exactly. And what we're just trying to get our message out is if you see something specific about pants, say something.
No, anything? Like if I just make an observation about pants, I should
Well,
let somebody know?
Let's relate it to crime. A lot of people
okay.
wouldn't think when they see a robbery, they think, oh, what does his face look like? What did the getaway car look
Does
like?
he have any tattoos?
Exactly. That information, for me anyways, is not useful.
Does he have boobs?
Yeah.
And is he in fact a woman?
Should I even bring up his race, or am I going to sound terrible?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would. Yeah. let's-
This-
Steer,
This-
steer clear cars.
This will
Steer
save
clear.
you this.
Could
whole-
anybody just call me one name that I actually like? Sorry, I'm sorry, Susan. Go ahead.
So basically, you look at the type, the brand, and the style of pants.
Okay.
And when you report that back to me, I can maybe solve the crime.
Oh, are you responsible for in convenience stores? They now have on the door just a bunch of different styles of pants to compare the pants to of the person when they're leaving.
100%.
That's your doing, really.
You have no idea how traceable pants are.
Right.
They only make so many pants. Am I right?
I mean, 20 types.
I mean, yes. So if as long
20
as-
brands, right? Did we
So-
say
Yeah, 20
brands?
brands. I'm sorry, how many types are there?
20. It's
There's 20, 20.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So as long as you can name the type of pant the assailant is wearing, we can solve that crime.
Right.
So we're basically just getting out there. People wouldn't think to look at the pants area.
I mean, you said there's 20, 20, and 20. Already, I believe there to be somewhere in the 100,000 styles of pants. You say there's not that many.
Well, let's put them into
Combinations.
Well, we could put them into subcategories.
Okay.
You have pants,
Sure.
shorts.
Oh boy.
Got it. Longies.
Yeah,
which are even longer than pants.
Exactly.
And those are things that like trail behind like a bridle.
Sure, but those could also be
Train.
floods.
That's true.
You know, like some we all have different names for the same type of pants.
Okay.
Is it true that pleated fronts you can't trust them?
Great question.
I would agree with that 100%.
That's-
You
People
can't
wear-
trust them in the sense of you can't trust the
I
people
don't
in
want
them,
to
or you.
profile pants. I don't want to go to the,
You can profile pants.
You can.
Yes, 100%.
Then I am profiling pleated fronts because you look like a crazy person walking.
You know what?
around.
That it makes me sad because for 5 years of my life, my personal slogan was "Pleats, please."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say that. When
You
I met
and also
people.
you would I remember when you were on tour with us, you would be walking around going, "Bitch, pleats."
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
would be like,
What does that mean?
What does that
Yeah.
mean? And why are you
And-
calling me bitch? And then I would get offended.
Yeah.
And I never did look down. You would point down at your pants. I
Yeah,
never
bitch,
looked down
pleats.
there.
And I'd pleated. I would go out and pleat jeans.
Yeah. I never looked
a lot
down.
of
I wish
pleated
I had.
jeans.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, just because I have access to police files, you did commit a lot of crimes.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
A ton.
Yeah.
And that for
he
that 5
stole
years.
all of our tour money every single night, and I would report it. And
But not to the pants department, because I tell you this much.
that's what it is.
You got to come to me. I'll solve that crime.
So if I recognize, or if I see a pair of pants and I report it, you know who is wearing all of these pants?
well, I mean, at that point, we would enter it into the pants database. And, we can sort of, only so many retailers and manufacturers make these pants.
Okay, so you trace it back to this specific type of. So
This explains an experience I had. I was mugged some time ago, and I reported the crime to the police. And I sat down to look through what I assumed would be a mugshot book, but it was just displays of pants.
It was-
and I thought the
you
guy
thought you were
was-
looking at a catalog.
I thought the guy was trying to sell me something, and I said no to all of it. But obviously, he was trying to
And it-
identify the culprit.
It was just pants, right?
Yeah.
And the front of the book said "pant alone is."
Yes.
What's that now? Pantalones.
I am.
Pantalones.
Yeah.
Oh, I love pant humor. It's some of my favorite.
Well,
it's just
let's
a
hear
pants
some more
alone.
examples of pant humor then. Because you love it, it's your favorite thing. Let's hear some.
it really is.
I mean, it reminds me of that another version of that old Richard Linklater movie, Slackser.
yes, yes.
Okay, I feel like we're getting too far off topic here.
course.
This is a serious thing. I mean,
Yes.
obviously
Really
you
is.
love pant humor, but we need to.
But that's for my off hours.
Sure.
I'm on the clock now.
you are on the clock, so they're paying you to be here.
Yes, well, to get the message out, Pants
Great.
Week. If you see pants,
So can I ask you a question? I saw someone suspicious walking around my neighborhood
yes.
the other day, and I believe they were wearing some sort of Levi 501 loose fit. You know what? It was a loose fit, but it was a boot cut.
Okay. And did you notice any of the stitching?
Yeah, there was some sort of like beaded stitching on.
A bit of embellishment.
Yeah, an embellishment. It was like a butterfly on the left
Beautiful.
butt cheek.
Okay.
Yeah. He was. I mean, do you need to know?
Does that mean? Wait,
you have a
did you
question?
say a loose fit boot cut? So like big and baggy in the thigh area, and then
Big and baggy.
tapering way down to an ankle. He looked
Well, no,
Big
this
and
guy
baggy
would
right
look-
where that butterfly is, because you want a
Be
nice.
round and then out. It would kind of.
He
come
would like
around.
balloon, like he looked like Babe Ruth or a genie or something.
What
That
was weird, and I hate to describe his physical features because that's not part of this, but he had a body just like that, and that
Okay.
was why. And they were very tight on him.
Oh, that's upsetting.
they were snugly fit, a loose fit.
He had a
boot
very
cut,
he had a
snug-
very loose butt.
and then a tiny ankle.
He had a very tiny ankle, a loose butt, and
I mean-
I wouldn't even suppose what his butthole is
It
like.
looked
'cause
like
we
a
couldn't see that.
1930s cartoon walking around,
like a Woody Woodpecker kind of thing.
Oh, sure. I mean, when I'm saying 1930s,
Well,
what
less
else could I mean?
popular
Yeah,
Woody Woodpecker.
way less popular
So
than
what-
Dickie Dick Dick.
He was just looking suspicious.
Yeah, he looks suspicious to me. I mean,
Okay.
I could describe him personally, like his actual, physical.
Well, that
thing,
would be
or-
no help to me.
Do you need to know his actions of what he was doing?
I mean,
or?
sure. I mean,
Because I thought you were a pants person.
I am.
Do you need to correlate it to an action?
well, just if he was committing a crime, I would need to know that.
Okay, yeah, he was throwing things away in all of mine and my neighbor's garbage cans, and they were not his garbage cans. And
That's
he was
illegal.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you would normally do is you would come down to the station and you would find my office, which is
Sure.
in the very far back.
Okay, but
some
you-
people
it-
think it's actually a utility closet, but
Oh.
it isn't.
But I feel like I'm talking to you now, so why can't we just do what this
Great.
now?
Sure,
You know?
yes, yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
I totally understand what
Like
you mean.
you're here right in front of me.
I am.
Why can't we just do this right here, right
Okay,
now?
So you see this
Cut
guy?
out the hole going down into the
But I don't have
utility
my
closet.
computer system here.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you bring your computer system?
It's the size of 3 rooms.
It's
mean, they
like
got-
one of those hidden figures, like NASA computers.
It's got so much information
I
about
have-
pants in there.
The Law PD needs better funding. Oh, I'm sorry, whatever it is. LAPD,
LAPD.
needs better funding. You can't have a computer the size of 3 rooms. It'd be an efficient
You need a
organization.
computer the size of half a room,
Half
at the
a
very
room,
biggest.
half
at the
a room
very
at the biggest.
I can take this feedback back to the Sarge, but he's in charge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ultimately, at the end of the day,
How do you chop this computer up into 3 rooms worth? Is it like literally you just like chop it in thirds,
Cords.
or
yeah, exactly, cords.
Cords,
but
thank
not
you.
the pants cords.
Computer
you know what I mean?
cords.
Yeah, not
Computer
corduroys.
cords.
Computer
Yes,
cords.
yes. Okay.
got it?
I have a type of pant I'd like to report.
Okay, great.
So
Go
outside
ahead.
my apartment a couple of weeks ago, I live in a sub basement, so the windows you just see like the sidewalk.
And where do you live, Kurt?
It was the same place.
Yeah.
Right, but
it's
in the
got
actual sub basement.
sidewalk. Oh yeah. No, I'm in the half level.
Right.
Yeah.
okay,
There's a
got it.
half level is where my bedroom is.
Okay, you're in the sub basement, below the basement, and
That's
you're in the
right.
half level.
I'm in between.
I don't
the
know who's
basement
in
and the
that
sub
basement. I'm below the basement. Somebody's in that basement, and then above it is Jefferson here.
I'm
Right.
in between where
The
the drop
basement
ceiling
and the-
is
got it.
and the actual real floor of the basement.
Got it. So yes.
So I'm looking out the window, and I saw walk by stone off-white, straight cut Gap khakis.
Whoa.
Wow.
Can you tell exactly who that is just from that description? Can you give this their name?
I could probably guess that it's a man.
Boom.
I think it was.
Okay.
That's. I mean,
he had-
it's a sort of a 50-50, or even really a like 48-52. That you're going to guess that correctly.
Sure,
Well-
but I could also guess.
And he also said he, I think, was
Oh, but
wearing-
that's just my own prejudice.
right.
I assume most people walking are men. I'll admit it. I'm a sexist.
yeah, and I would also say I can.
Why are you a sexist?
Upbringing, didn't have a good relationship with women growing up, and I just assumed that they're not walking.
Really? What about your mother?
Lazy woman. She was reclining on a daybed most of the time I saw her.
What about your mother, Kurt?
Oh, I wouldn't call it a daybed. I would call it more of a chase.
Please, Scott, please do not prove that we are the same person.
Okay, all right.
I can't handle that
I
right
hate
now.
pulling at this thread.
Please don't do that. If it is the same, I am frustrated because I'm not ready to have a special on TV.
Right, yeah, you don't have the material. I
can't do
How
it.
many minutes do you have?
At tops 1. Maximum 1 minute of material. I mean, and that's going to be crowd work, and it's going to be loose. So I can't do it. And if people are going to ask me follow-up questions about my special, it's not going to work.
Okay, I'm
Susan.
sorry. I apologize.
So I assume man, but it might not be a man. It was
Well-
stone off-white, straight-cut Gap khakis.
I can tell you a couple things. I
right.
would assume it's a man, and
Okay.
I understand that if there's a 50-50 whatever. I can also
Sure.
assume that it's not the character from Born on the 4th of July.
Okay, because
that makes
walking.
sense.
He's walking.
And he's
yeah.
and he's happy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume it. Just
It was
Yeah.
a John, no, there was definitely a jaunty
Yes.
gait. 8.
Okay,
Right.
great. So that's two things.
I think now that my memory, and who knows, memory's a funny thing, but I think I saw elbows poking down and up as he walked
Down
by.
and up in a sort
Poking,
of.
I can only see the bottom half of this person.
Sure, but occasionally you'll
sort-
see an elbow or two.
So this guy was walking real jaunty.
So it sounds like a very happy, walking upright man
Sure.
is committing crimes.
I didn't see any crimes. I just saw the pants. I apologize.
And
This
by
guy-
the way, we're trying to determine who this person is. All you've said is that it's a person.
I've learned a lot. I mean, I have a much more full picture of this person.
I mean,
guess.
it's a profile. It's a type of profiling.
It's a profile.
The
I
same way
see.
you can do it with serial killers or whatever.
Was
You
there
can-
ever a serial killer who had a certain style of pants? Do you know the pants on every serial killer?
I would say that most serial killers wore sort of a high-waisted,
Really? So Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
very high-waisted pant.
High-waisted pant, really,
Yes.
all the way up to what? Like below the nipples?
Exactly.
I mean,
Very
the
long
Unabomber,
zippers.
his jeans were practically above
To
his
his
rib
nipples.
cage. Yeah.
That's actually how we track a lot of them. You know, we look at the sales of longer zippers. Where are
Really?
the longer zippers selling?
Okay.
And
So,
then
so you track it all the way back to the zipper manufacturer.
100%. It takes years sometimes.
Wow.
So now-
and by then, have they already killed?
Millions. And
There are serial killers who have killed millions of people.
yeah, it's a problem. I don't know why we're not doing more about
We
it.
should really prioritize those
Yeah.
people.
Now I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Hopefully you could solve this crime for me. I was walking past a misting station that was in a parking lot, and I saw a bunch of teenagers. You know, kids probably born in the first
Well, let's
decade
see.
of
Let's
the
break it down.
2000s.
Teenagers, they would have to be 19 through 13.
Right.
So they
Actually, I would think they're
So they
under
could be-
17. Because
you would think they're under 17.
felt like they were born in the aughts.
Okay, so 17 through 13. So we're talking they're born in either 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003,
3, uh-huh.
2004,
4,
Human years.
all the way
Yeah, human
to 2009.
to 2009. So you think there were 8-year-olds?
When I say teenagers, I mean 8-year-olds to 17-year-olds.
They all
Got it.
look
Okay,
the
that's
same.
your.
If you're-
They're
well,
like dog
If you're
teenagers.
born in the, if you're born in the aughts, you're a
You're
teenager.
a teenager. Got it.
You're
Okay?
inclu-
And
I'm
you
just
always
gonna
will
s-
be.
You can say what you want, but you are including tweens and pre-tweens.
Yes,
you
I
can
am.
say what you want, but that's what you're doing.
You're getting really upset.
Well, I don't like miscategorizing things.
especially tweens.
Well, let's just call them what they are. Millennials, tweens, pre-tweens. Come on.
Now
Give
they
me a
have-
break.
Now I saw these kids.
Oh, hey, it's your catchphrase.
Almost
it's
forgot.
made its return.
Yeah. Oh, I say it so much. It just rolls off my tongue naturally. I wasn't even forcing it. So sorry. Give me a break.
So I saw.
You saw these
They're cool kids, you know.
teens, tweens, pre-tweens.
So these cool aughts walking into this
Culottes.
cool
Wait,
lot,
culottes.
That's a
wearing
type of
short.
pants.
Wait,
Culottes
they're
are
wearing
a type of
short
pants.
pants.
Oh,
They're wearing pants between the knee and the.
That's
and the
amazing. I
ankle.
feel like I'm
Yes.
watching the end of Donnie Darko right now.
What is
Like, I
happening?
know there's a connection, but I can't quite make it make sense.
I'm just looking for the name of those pants.
So, well, there's multiple names. We do culottes is one of them. Also, it's a clam digger.
what?
Clam digger.
Yes.
Christ.
Yes.
Is that because of like camel toes?
No.
No.
It's
where they're
because-
digging up into the clam or anything?
No. No. It's
Why are you shaking your head and scowling at me?
Well, it's a foul image you just created. I mean,
Why?
Why would you-
dig it up into the clam? You use 2 fingers.
Yeah, just because I'm miming it.
you look like Bugs Bunny.
I don't think that would be a popular type of pant.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't think any
You're
woman would
probably
go,
right.
I wanted digging up there.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
But-
why don't they make? And here's a very serious question. Why don't they make pants that have tampons attached? That
mean-
would sell 1 million.
I
There you go,
Only use
listeners.
them once. Do you
Scott
know?
just gave you
Yeah,
$1 million.
Use them and throw them away.
Okay, that's very
Oh.
wasteful.
So when you're rich,
I see.
you can
I
do
see.
things like that.
And who else do you want to sell things to but rich people?
Yeah, exactly. You sell it for enough money, a rich person buys it, then you've made your nut right there.
Okay. Well, I'm
Sell it for $1 million a pair, you made your nut.
Yeah.
and I
Aukerman
want
always
you,
looking to make his nut.
Yeah, I want you to make your nuts.
Look, my nut is $1 million a year.
Okay.
So if I sell one pair of pants at $1 million, I made my nut.
well, I think it's
A nut is usually like an investment or a cost you've put in that you need to make back. It's
Yeah,
not
I
just
need-
like an arbitrary
yeah, I need to
number
make
you
my nut.
declare to be your
That's
nut.
how much I spend every
you
year.
spend $1 million
Yeah.
on your tampon pants?
No, I spend $1 million
just on your life.
On my life,
So
and
that's
if I
just your
sell
personal-
one tampon pant, I made my nut.
Might
you
I
gotta-
suggest a name?
Sure.
I think a pantom would be a good name.
What about the pantom of the opera?
my
You got
God.
me in line.
Wow.
Okay, great.
This is good. This
Yes.
is good stuff.
Yes. So basically, just keep looking at pants.
Keep looking at pants.
If you see pants, think of them, you know?
Can I ask you a question? You are, and I usually don't talk about someone's physical characteristics. It's why I waited so long to talk about
My burned face? I appreciate you not bringing it up. I mean, it's a pronounced physical attribute.
It is.
You've been rubbing it, by the way,
Well,
against the carpet
I can
during
sense
the
it
breaks.
healing, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay. You're a person of diminutive stature.
Yes. Yes.
You're approximately, if I had to guess, you're 4'5", if anything.
Give me a couple more.
A couple more?
Give me a couple more, okay?
You're a little low.
Do you find yourself? Have you been obsessed with pants your whole life because that's what you're normally staring at?
Interesting. I mean, I'm obsessed with pants mostly because of a traumatic skirt accident I had as a child.
Skirt accident.
You wearing the skirt or somebody wearing a skirt hurt you?
I was wearing a skirt.
Or both.
Both.
It's
Wait.
not mutually exclusive.
I want to just make sure. Are you talking about? It's Kurt. It's
No.
Kurt.
Yeah, his name is
It's
Kurt.
Kurt.
Jefferson.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
a skirt.
Skirt.
I hear my name. though.
Skirt.
Yeah. I'll describe a skirt. It's a man.
Okay.
And he has glasses and sort of a light.
Yeah, you're talking about Kurt right here.
Yeah,
That's
no, a
me.
skirt.
That's you're saying it's Kurt. That's me.
Yeah, you're
I'm
talking
Kurt.
about him.
And he hurt me very badly.
Wait. Where did you? Where were you born?
Coincidence Hospital?
In New
In
Mexico.
New Mexico, Inside Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Yes.
Wait a minute. What did you do?
I wasn't listening. What was just said? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. Give me that information again. Restate it.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to leave soon. The traffic back to La Brea is where I live.
okay.
It's,
What is?
Wait a
Are you
minute.
at 4
Are you living in the basement?
Do not prove that we are the same people.
I live in that building.
4334 La Brea Avenue?
Yes.
In the basement or the sub basement
or
in
the
between?
crawl
Right,
space.
yeah, in between those.
In between all of those.
Oh my God!
This is a real
You're the
humdinger.
fucking pants woman who lives next
Who is always
to me.
talking about pants and works for the LAPD.
for lapdogs.
Well, I
Right.
should say now that working for the LAPD is a loose term I'll use.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You don't. You're not employed.
I'm loosely affiliated with them.
and how loosely would you say?
And how
Loose, like
affiliated?
if you're describing it with pants.
yeah, I would say it's a bit of a sweatpant. You
It's
know?
wow. That's
Very
a loose.
loose.
That's
Loose.
very
That's very
loose.
loose.
With a drawstring.
Yeah, for at some point.
So like a baggy pajama, sort of almost.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it as two tubes.
Almost like you're wearing your dad's pajamas
every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. So you don't work there.
Well, I feel
Great.
I feel dumb as a post for not recognizing my two people I see constantly, and I might be one of them. So I feel a little slow in the uptake
This is what
today.
happens on the show. We get three people of varying backgrounds, and we find out
doubt
that
they're
they're
the same person.
Wow. All right. Well, we're running out of time. We just have one last thing to do on the show. It's a little something called plugs.
I want to hear plugs, more plugs. I want to hear plugs, more plugs. I want to hear plugs, more plugs. I want to hear plugs, more plugs. I'm addicted to your plugs, that's why you need plugs. How else can I tell what you're gonna sell? I'm addicted to your plugs, that's why you need plugs. How else can I tell what you're gonna sell? I'm addicted to your plugs, that's why you need plugs. How else can I tell what you're gonna sell? I'm addicted to your plugs, that's why you need plugs. How else can I tell what you're gonna sell?
Wow. Whoa, that was cool. That was Plugsploitation by Podank.
I loved it.
That was great. And
pretty,
a
real
real chorus of children, I think. No doubling up on one child's voice, I would imagine. Yeah.
I'm sure it's authentic as all get out.
Yep. Authentic as a post.
Yep.
One of those things that you're as dumb as.
Ugh. I surely am.
Yep. All right. What are we plugging, guys? Kurt Braunohler, you have your special on Comedy Butthole.
March 3rd at midnight. Then also I have a podcast with Joe DeRosa called Emotional Hangs. It's all
Emotional
about
Hangs.
adult friendship.
Really? I haven't heard this one. You used to have the podcast
K-Hole.
right,
And I've
K-Hole.
ended that.
And where what was boat show?
There was a bunch.
I was on boat show.
You were
I
on the
believe.
boat show.
Yeah, which you would be interested in, Johnny Cars.
I can't believe I haven't been on it.
It's already over. It was a very short-lived podcast.
We should have
I
talked
enjoyed
about it in the time we lived together.
So Emotional Hangs, it comes out every Tuesday over at Feral. And then my wife and I will also have a show on Audible coming out April 17th called Wedlock. Which is all about relationships, and it's we go to
You like
places.
talking about your dirty secrets?
We
Like
do
what you
talk
guys do
about
in the
dirty
bedroom?
secrets. We went to we go to places. We went to a nudist colony. We talked to a man who's in a relationship with a woman who
That's
his
weird.
wife then became a man, and now they're still married together. So now
Wow.
he's now a gay man, but he was a straight man when he started the relationship.
Wow.
So we talked to a lot of different people, and it's all about all.
No
different
one's
types
gonna be
of
able to top that
relationships.
one. No one's gonna be able to top
Yeah,
that.
you should quit.
That
You should
interview.
quit.
That's it. I mean, that's insane.
It was
That's
intense.
crazy.
It was a really great interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great, and that's coming out on Audible.
On Audible, April 17th. So you have to be a member of Audible to be able to hear
you
it.
get to be a member of Audible.
You get to be a member of Audible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, Kurt. Johnny Bikes Nay Cars.
Gracias. Well,
What'd you say?
gracias. Thank you.
Are you saying garages but with an accent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Garage is the Spanish word for garage, which in English is my nickname for thank you.
okay.
I have Trevor Trump for president of the board of aldermen of
course.
motorcycle culture, of course. Just FY. And then my friend
When is the election?
yesterday.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm not a
So
good
it's-
planner. Yeah.
So it's the first day of Pants Week?
Yep. First day of Pants Week is when the motorcycle elect their board of aldermen. So I'm late, but
Hey.
thank you for anybody who came out and voted.
How'd it come out?
He lost.
Okay, well, too bad.
Yeah. My buddy Will Hines has a podcast called
He's
Don't
a
Get
buddy
Me
of
Started.
yours?
Yeah, we're close friends. Not as close as me and the person that I might be over here. But yeah, we're close friends. We're real intimate, close friends, me
Yeah.
and Will Hines. He's got a podcast called Don't Get Me Started. People who listen to this might like it, although it's just people talking earnestly, unlike whatever nonsense is occurring here. But they might want to give it a try.
This is pretty earnest. I mean,
This is
it's
earnest?
Talking to three different people.
You're right. There's nothing whimsical or surreal about it. That's all I got.
Where do people get that?
Oh, just on the internet somewhere. God
Yep,
knows.
iTunes or whatever. What's it called again?
Don't get me started.
Don't Get Me Started.
Yep.
And Susan, what do you have to plug here?
I mean, I also have a friend, Holly Prazoff, and she co-hosts a show at UCB
In Los Angeles? Yeah?
in Los Angeles, where the LAPD are in charge, sort of, you would say.
Right. Oh, okay.
The Sarge
So
is in charge of the LAPD.
right, but certainly the LAPD's jurisdiction.
Yes, 100% at UCB Sunset
Mm-hmm.
in the gymnasium room or the inner sanctum, not too shabby, every Thursdays at 10.
Thursdays at 10 p.m.
Yes, and it's UCB's longest running show, UCB LA.
What's it called? Give it to
Not
us.
too shabby.
Not too shabby, and that's because I ended my show.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, I wanted to thank you again for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Not too shabby, kind of a turd of a show until that happened. So
Right.
thank
Now
you
it's the
again.
shining crown jewel.
That's why they put us in the gymnasium room where they put all the good shows.
And you say us. When you say us, you're a part of the audience?
Susan Greenberg, a bit of a producer on the side.
Oh, okay. So you don't work for the LAPD. You're a producer of a comedy show.
Yes, a free, sort of a drop-by pop-in sketch show.
Okay, great.
I've got big hopes. So
I want to plug, of course, even though Valentine's Day is over, the Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special is still out there. Yes, Kurt.
It's so
good.
Oh, thank you.
I
Oh my
watched
gosh.
it the other day, and I really
Thank you so
loved
much.
it.
Very proud of it. Me and Akiva from the Lonely Island, we did it, and we directed it and co-wrote on it, and a lot of the Bang Bang writers worked on it, and yeah, it's really good. So it's on Netflix year-round. We didn't request that they take it down after Valentine's Day. You can watch it anytime, and it's not really about Valentine's Day, so just watch it anytime.
Oh, it's not? Then I'll watch it.
Oh, wait, so you don't
I
like
was all
Valentine's
set
Day?
to watch it, but I was like, I can't take more Valentine's Day stuff.
Yeah,
Just
it's been
personal
much.
heartbreak.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
I hid.
Cried.
I crawled into the couch cushions.
I remember. It was very difficult because I had a date coming over and there was something underneath the cushions of the couch.
Right.
Yep.
And Susan, where were you in this?
I mean,
The date.
checking out.
Wait a minute. You were dating?
Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
we should have mentioned.
On Valentine's Day, we date once a year.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And
Interesting.
It's a
he was
tradition.
the man who did something bad. It's
Right.
never called me, and I'm in the room next door to him. You know what I
Right,
mean?
Yeah, that's and you're married. That's the other thing.
Yep.
But
All right.
I think you need to give yourself a bit of a break there, Johnny.
Oh, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give yourself
I'm going to
a
watch
break.
it. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, please do. Okay, let's close
I
up
see
the
what you-
old plug bag. I get it. His old catchphrase.
Of course. How could I miss it? It's my natural catchphrase
That you say
organically comes up all the
constantly.
time.
All right,
Give me a break.
let's close it up.
I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags.
All right, guys, this has been a fun, what do you call these episodes? Thanks so much. Kurt, always great seeing you. Please come back anytime. Johnny.
My pleasure.
Try to take some Dramamine or something like that.
Appreciate it. I'll give it a shot.
You have not thought of it?
No, never heard of it, but I'll look it up, and whatever it is, I'll eat it.
Okay. And really, anything. You'll eat anything you
I
ever
take
hear
all
about.
suggestions blindly.
Okay. And Susan, of course, good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening. And remember, we're brought to you by Showstopper, the new podcast from Spotify. From theme songs to soundtracks, the music from your favorite TV shows sticks with you for a reason. Hosted by music journalist and culture editor Naomi Zeichner, Showstopper brings you interviews with the music supervisors and showrunners from shows like The OC, Stranger Things, and Empire. Hear the thought process behind the creation of the most memorable and gripping musical moments in modern TV history. Listen to Showstopper and your favorite music on the Spotify mobile app for free now. And if you want to hear more Comedy Bang Bang, check us out on Spotify.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.